Hi everyone, Mr. Morgan Lewis here at the school. For this video I'm going to go through 5 of my top calisthenic exercises, which remember means body weight exercises, so there's no necessary free weight lifting, it's all about using your own body weight. So 5 of my top calisthenic exercises, and we're going to use a incline, or we're going to use a higher surface to make this work. So I've got a base from a Wave Master here. This would be the same if you had a chair, a small table, in your garden, if you've got a low section wall or steps, something like that you can use. It's about this height, so that's just below the knee to help with the exercises. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly demonstrate each one. You can take each one and do it, or you can just do one at a time, or maybe just choose one exercise and add it to your current workout. It depends. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to go through 2 for the arms. We're going to do 2 for the core and 1 for the legs. Okay, so remember, this is calisthenics. It's all about using your body weight. So the first one we're going to do is tricep dips. Now, it's important that I go through this because it's a very common misconception how to do this properly without injuring yourself. Okay, so tricep dips. The problem that a lot of people face is when they do this, they go out onto their feet like this, but they continue to walk forward. So because they don't have to worry about bashing themselves against the base. Quite honestly, the closer you are, the better. Because if you take your legs too far forward, what actually happens is your shoulders, your rotator cuffs here, are actually feeling more strain when you do the exercise. Okay? Now I'm only going to do it once, but you shouldn't do it. Okay? But from here, you go down and up. And you feel that across the front. It really isn't a good idea. So to make sure that you get the triceps, 2 things you need to do. Number 1, show you from this angle. Number 1, you need to make sure you have your shoulder width apart, elbows turning inwards to face each other. Okay? So I turn my elbows in, and what I do is I squeeze my shoulder blades together. Alright? Thus keeping the back straight. Alright? So that pinch stops you from going too far away like this. It keeps your back straight. Okay? The second thing is to keep your body as close to the incline as possible. So, there. So when you go down, it's the triceps doing all the work. And you'll barely feel that in your shoulders at all. It should be just down here. Okay? When you do it, don't let your body do all the action. You bend your elbows, straighten. Bend your elbows, straighten. Okay? So tricep dips, that's the first one. Second one is an incline push-up. Now, you can do this in 2 ways. Okay? You can do it with your hands on the incline and your feet on the ground, or your knees, to help you do the same sort of exercise, but on a beginner sort of level. Or you can do this, which is a bit more intermediate and advanced. Legs on top, okay, back straight, looking ahead, going down, up, down, up, down, up. The other way, as I mentioned before, is again being on your knees or on your toes. In this position here, going down on top of it, or of course, if you're on your toes, feet slightly wider apart, down and up. Okay, that's the second one. This time, I'm going to go for the abs. This one is a incline sit-up. So what you do is you sit yourself down, legs on top of your apparatus. Okay, legs straight or bent knees, it doesn't matter. Okay, but what you do is you have your feet up. If you lift your shoulders up a little bit now, you will feel your abs pinch quite a lot. All right. From there, you lift, go towards your feet and down. If you can't go all the way up, that's fine. Just go to where you can. Those that want a bit more of a challenge, all right. Arms behind you like this, and then you keep them like that. Touch toes, back, like that. Okay. Now, another core one is the walking plank, but you do it with your feet on top of there. Okay. It's quite a hard exercise by itself, but if you add more incline to it, you're putting more pressure on the core, so it's obviously going to work you a lot harder. All right, and core strength is very important. So again, you go back into the press-up position from before, but what you do is you go onto your forearms, okay, and then what you do carefully is you go up onto your hands, back to your elbows, up on your hands, back to your elbows. Now, when you do that, it's really important that you don't let your body twist from side to side, okay? You keep a nice sturdy posture, all right, and you do it nice and easy. Now, this time we're going to go For the last one, we're going to go into the legs, and we're going to do a Bulgarian split squat. Now, this is quite common amongst people that train with kettlebells, okay? But from here, what you do is you have a shoulder width apart, you put your leg directly back, just like in a guard. You move this one forward, back straight, okay? Hands kept inwards or on your head, doesn't matter. It just helps you keep your back straight. And then to do a Bulgarian split squat, what you do is you squat down into this leg. This one doesn't need to touch the floor, but you get as low as you can and you push, all right? So we're mainly only working one leg, all right? So you go down, up. You notice both my heel is down the ground. This one isn't rotating like this. Not good for your knee, you've got to keep an eye on that, okay? Here, up. Okay, so you had tricep dips, you had incline push-ups, you had incline sit-ups, you had the walking plank, and you just had the Bulgarian split squat. In terms of how many to do, well, to be honest, I would recommend you do timed rounds because they're quite tough exercises to do, say, 4 sets of 10. All right, I mean, you could do that, but it depends. I'd recommend that you do, if you're wanting to follow each one of those exercises, and I recommend you do each one for 30 seconds as much as you can, with a 15-second rest in between each one to help you get into the next position. And then once you've done that whole thing, that's one round. Do 3 rounds with a 1 minute rest in between each round, okay? If you're wanting to do 3 or 4 sets of a certain number, then fine. Just be careful that in between your rest periods, you're knowing how your posture should be to make sure you don't injure yourself doing these exercises. But I'd recommend timed rounds because then it's more about a HIIT routine rather than just trying to bust out as many as you can to failure. It's about if you try and keep it going in time and then go from exercise to exercise to exercise, you're going to really work those muscles hard, get the calories really burning. But I recommend you do 3 rounds of the whole thing. All right, but let us know how you get on in the comments with those ones. Like I said, you can take each exercise and use it whenever, or you can do the whole thing together. If you've already got routines and you want to add one of those to your routine, great, do so. But let us know how you get on in the comments, like and share the video, and see how you get on. Talk again real soon. Take care.